screen is visible to your phones or laptops. So for joining the quiz, you need to go to this link, joinmyquiz.com, and then you need to enter game code, which is 012029. I'm repeating this again. अगर आपको join करना है तो इस link पे जाओ, joinmyquiz.com, and उसके बाद 012029 ये कोड एंटर कीजिए. और कुछ भी अगर क्वेरी या डाउट होता है तो आप चैट बॉक्स में साथ के साथ बता सकते हैं. हेलो जितेंद्र. सबको आई थिंक ये कोड दिख रहा होगा 012029. इस कोड की हेल्प से यू कैन ज्वाइन. और अगर कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम आ रही है तो चैट बॉक्स में प्लीज पूछ लीजिएगा. Good afternoon, Monica. We will start in 2-3 minutes. Go to the link joinmyquiz.com and enter the code 012209. 029. हेलो मरन. गुड आफ्टरनून योगेश. If you have any query or doubt, you can ask in the chat box. Use the link joinmyquiz.com and then enter the code 012029. Okay, I hope you all are ready. Now we are going to start. Questions and the options will come on your screen and you will get 30 seconds for answering each question. And if you will face any doubt or you are not able to understand any part in any question, you can ask in the chat box. Okay, so let's start. I hope this question is visible on your screen. Complete combustion of CH4, that is methane, gives CO2 and H2O, CO2H2, COCl2, CO plus CO2 and H2O. All these are the four options. Okay, so let's discuss this question. Complete combustion of CH4. When any substance reacts with oxygen, the major two products as we know are formed, carbon dioxide and H2O. So the complete combustion will lead to two products which are CO2 and H2O. So the correct option will be A, CO2 and H2O. I hope this is clear to all. Should we proceed to the next question? Please respond in chat box. Should we proceed to the next question? Okay, so next question is, okay, the question is, a thin paper cup filled with water does not catch fire when placed over a flame. This is because we need to find the most appropriate reason. So the first option is, the water cuts off oxygen supply to paper cup. Option B, water is an excellent conductor of heat. Option C, the paper cup does not reach to the ignition temperature. And option D is, paper is a poor conductor of heat. So find the most appropriate option for the reason of this, like why paper is not able to catch fire. You have 30 seconds to answer the question. If you are facing any difficulty or doubt, please ask in the chat box. Have you all answered this? Please reply in the chat box. You are given 30 seconds for each question, Shivansh. Okay, so 30 seconds are up. The correct option for this question is option C. The paper cup does not reach to the ignition temperature. As we know, for any substance to burn, the temperature should be above its ignition temperature. So because of the water, the paper will not reach its ignition temperature, and due to this reason, the fire will not catch. So hence the paper cup does not reach to the ignition temperature, because as we all know that water is a good conductor of electricity, but it lowers the temperature, due to which the temperature will not reach above its ignition temperature, which is the lowest or the minimum temperature for any substance to catch fire. Hence, due to this reason, the paper will not burn. Is it clear to all? If you have any doubt, please ask in the chat box. I'm repeating the answer again. It says that paper does not catch fire when placed over a flame. This is because we know that ignition temperature is the minimum temperature for any substance to catch fire. But when paper comes in contact with the water, the temperature reaches below ignition temperature. Burning occurs only when temperature is above ignition temperature. So due to the water, it will not be able to reach the temperature above ignition point. Hence, paper will not reach its ignition temperature and burning will not occur. So I hope it's clear to you now. You can ask your queries in the chat box. Okay, so now we are moving to the next question. It says that the cooking gas burns rapidly and produces heat and light. Such combustion is called. So we need to find which type of combustion it is. Option A, rapid combustion. Option B, incomplete combustion. Option C, regular combustion. And option D, none of these. So out of all these four options, we need to find which type of combustion it is when a gas is burned. I hope this question is clear to all. I'm repeating again, the cooking gas burns rapidly and produces heat and light. Such combustion is called. तो ये कौन सा टाइप ऑफ कंबशन है, मेनली हमें ये आंसर करना है इसमें. प्लीज चूज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन क्विकली. या दिस क्वेश्चन इज इजी. If something is not clear to you, please ask in the chat box. Okay, so the answer for this question is A, rapid combustion, because as we all know that rapid combustion is the type of combustion where large amount of heat and light is produced. So when we burn a cooking gas, we require large amount of heat for the cooking or baking. So we require this energy from the cooking gas so that our process will get completed. So hence this is a rapid type of combustion where large amount of heat will be produced and this heat will be used in the cooking of food. I hope this point is clear to all. You can answer the question by clicking on the correct option, Vinod. Leaderboard will come to your screen, Neha. Where all the correct options will be displayed. Should we move to the next question now? Please reply. Okay, so next move to the next question. Is it visible to your screen? I hope this question is visible to all. It says that fire-related deaths are mostly due to option A, smoke inhalation, option B, burns, option C, presence of CO2, and option D is over-inhalation of nitrous oxide. Please choose the correct option or the most appropriate one. I'm repeating it. Fire-related deaths are mostly due to option A, smoke inhalation, option B, burns, option C, presence of CO2, and option D is over-inhalation of nitrous oxide. You can ask if you have any doubt. For every question you are given 30 seconds, so please answer quickly. Yes, Monica, please ask. Yashwardhan, please try to answer within 30 seconds only. As I said before, you are given 30 seconds for each question, so you need to answer before that. Monica, please correct the most appropriate option for this. Okay, so now see the correct option. So the correct option for this question is smoke inhalation. So fire related deaths are mostly due to the inhalation of smoke. When the amount of the smoke in any room or in any closed area, it gets higher. So due to the inhalation of smoke, the availability of oxygen in our body decreases and hence the deaths may occur. So mainly the fire related deaths are due to smoke inhalation. I hope this is clear to all. Please reply in the chat box. Okay, so should we go to the next question? Okay, Manan. Okay, so the next question is, please let me know, is it visible to all? The question is, what is used as fuel in jet planes? So the option 1 is liquid petrol, option B or 2 is diesel oil, option 3 is kerosene, and option 4 or D is LPG. So find the fuel which is used in jet planes according to you. We need to find out the fuel which is used in jet planes out of all the 4 options given. Have you all answered? Okay, so let's check this question's answer. Yes, as most of you answered kerosene, kerosene is the correct option for this. Kerosene is used as a fuel in jet planes instead of LPG, diesel oil or liquid petrol. So the most appropriate fuel for jet planes is kerosene. You can join through the link joinmyquiz.com if you haven't joined yet. Okay, so now next question. Next question is, in foam type extinguishers, dash is responsible to put off fire. So the extinguishers which are of foam type, what is present in them that they are able to extinguish the fire or they are able to put off the fire? So option A is H2O, option B is CO2 plus H2O, option C is CO2 and option D is CO. So find out which is responsible for putting off the fire when we use fire extinguishers. Choose the most appropriate option for this. If you are not able to in understanding anything, please ask in the chat box. I hope you all have answered this. Now let's check the correct option for this. Option C, CO2 is the correct option for this question, as we know that we require any blanket to put off the fire. This blanket will prevent the oxygen in coming in contact with an object or a substance which is burning. So these fire extinguishers have CO2 in it, This CO2 will act one blanket over the object and will prevent oxygen in coming in contact with the burning object. So the CO2 will be the most appropriate option for this, as CO2 is heavier and it will act as a blanket over a substance. So then the oxygen will not be able to come in contact with a burning fuel or burning object or any substance we are considering. So the correct option for this is CO2, that is carbon dioxide. I hope this is clear to all. Please reply in the chat box. Should we move to the next question now? Okay, so now the next question is, is it visible to all? It says that which type of fire extinguisher is used to extinguish fire caused by burning oil and petrol. So we are given with two liquids, that one is oil and another one is petrol. So they are asking which type of fuel fire extinguishers we should be using. So the first one is foam type, second is water type, third is soda acid type, and the fourth one is CCl4, that is carbon tetrachloride type. So what type of extinguishers we should use when we are dealing with two liquids, that is oil or petrol? So please mark the correct option. I hope the question is clear to all. Please mark the options. Find the best fire extinguisher for two liquids, that is oil and petrol. Have you all answered? Okay, so now let's check its correct answer. Yes, the correct option for this question is foam type. Foam type extinguishers contain CO2, that is carbon dioxide, in it. So as in the previous question, we have seen that CO2 act as a blanket for extinguishing the fire. So these foam type extinguishers, they contain CO2 in it, which ultimately will act as a blanket, or it prevent the oxygen in coming the contact between the two liquids. So hence we will use the foam type extinguishers for extinguishing fire caused by burning oil and petrol. Is it clear to all? Please reply. Okay, so the next question is, next question on your screens is all fuels undergo combustion. Identify the fuel which undergoes slow combustion on burning. Option A is wood. We need to find the fuel which undergoes slow combustion. So the first option is wood, option B is kerosene, option C is petrol, and option D is diesel. So find the fuel which will undergo this slow type of combustion. Out of the various combustions type we know, find out the most appropriate fuel which will undergo slow combustion. You have 30 seconds for answering. And you can ask your doubts in chat box. I hope you all are enjoying this quiz. Okay, so now let's check its answer. Yes, option A, wood, is the correct answer because wood will undergo the slow combustion. From our daily life, we have also seen that for burning wood, we require kerosene or some type of other fuel for the burning. So wood will undergo the slow combustion, that is, burning will not occur fastly, or if we need it to burn, so we require any other fuel. Like in our daily life, if we want to burn a fuel, we put a kerosene in it and then we burn it. Only then we will be able to produce a heat or a light from it. So wood is a fuel which go slow combustion on burning. I hope it's clear. Please reply in the chat box. Okay, so now next question. Please let me know, is it visible to all? It is observed that the flame goes off on placing a lid over a flame. What inference can be made from the observation? So we have given here in the figure one candle which is burning, and we put the lid over it, over its flame in the another case. So what should be the accurate reason for it to be goes off? So the option A is nitrogen supports combustion. Option B is oxygen is necessary for combustion. Option C is carbon dioxide helps in combustion, or option D is all of the above. I am repeating the question again. In first figure, the candle is burning, but in the next figure, we have placed a lid over the flame of a candle. So we observe that the flame goes on within few minutes. So what could be the most appropriate reason for this observation? Like what condition is missing for the combustion to occur? Please choose the correct options out of the 4. I am explaining the figure here, that in the first figure the candle is burning, but in the next figure we have put the lid over the flame. So we observe that the flame goes on within few minutes. So what could be the most appropriate reason for this? Like what condition, what major condition is missing for the combustion to carry on? You need to answer that. Please answer quickly. Have you all answered? Okay, so let's check its correct option. Yes, as most of you have answered option B, so option B is the correct answer for this question. We know that the combustion is a chemical process which undergoes when there is a oxygen in it, and we know that oxygen is necessary for combustion to take place. We can see that if we burn a paper in a vacuum, we will not be able to burn, or a combustion will not occur. But when we will burn it in open field or in any closed room as well, the paper will burn. So from this we can infer that oxygen is necessary for the combustion to happen. So we need to find the inference from this observation. So the correct option is oxygen is necessary for combustion, as oxygen is the supporter of combustion. I hope it's clear. In the second figure, when the lid is placed over a flame, the supply of the oxygen got limited. So due to the limited supply of oxygen, the combustion will not be able to happen more. So hence, the flame will goes off within few minutes. Should we move to the next question now? Please reply in the chat box. Okay, so the next question on your screen. Please read the question carefully. CO2, that is carbon dioxide, is a tasteless, colorless, and find the correct option. So the non-combustible gas, non-combustible means which will not burn. Option B is combustible gas, option C is flammable gas, and option D is all of the above. So they are asking here about the CO2, that is carbon dioxide. They have given here two features of carbon dioxide, or two properties, that it is tasteless and is colorless. So we need to find the third most appropriate property of it. Please answer quickly and ask your doubts in the chat box. CO2 is a tasteless, colorless, and find the third property of it. Let's check its correct option. Yes, the correct option for this is non-combustible gas. So as here it is mentioned that CO2, that is carbon dioxide, is a tasteless, it is colorless, and is a non-combustible gas. So if we will try to burn carbon dioxide, it will not burn. So hence the correct option for this is non-combustible gas. Is it clear to all? Let's move to the next question now. Okay. So the next question is, when an oil well is drilled through rocks, what comes out first? So when the rocks are drilled, we have to answer what will come out first. So option A is petroleum, option B is natural gas, option C is crude oil, and option D is residual oil. So it is asking that if we will drill the rocks, so the first fuel or a first substance we will get is, please choose the correct options out of the four. Which of the resource we will get from the when an oil well is drilled? Out of the given four options. Okay, now let's check its answer. Yes, the option B is correct, natural gas. So natural gas will come out first when oil well is drilled through rock. So when we will drill the oil wells, natural gas will be the first resource we will be getting. I hope this answer is clear to all. Please reply in the chat box. Okay, so now move to the next question. Next question is, the dead aquatic organisms that were buried under the sand and clay of the seabed were converted to petroleum owing to. So So we need to answer or find out all the conditions which are necessary when dead aquatic organisms were buried under the sand or a clay. So they get converted to petroleum. So what all the conditions are necessary for that process to occur? Option A, absence of air. Option B, high temperature. Option C, high pressure. And option D, all of the above. So we need to find out all the conditions which are required for the dead organisms on when they were buried under the sand so that they converted to petroleum. It's basically asking that all the conditions which are required for the processing of petroleum. Please choose the correct option. Find out all the conditions which are required for the processing or the preparation of petroleum from the dead aquatic organisms. Please answer quickly. Let's check its answer now. You are given 30 seconds for each question. So the correct option for this question is all of the above. So when dead aquatic organisms were buried under the sand or a clay, there should be absence of air. High temperature and high pressure should be maintained. Only then these aquatic organisms will get converted to our resource, that is a petroleum. So for the production or processing of petroleum from aquatic organisms, air should not be there, temperature should be high and pressure should also be high. So only then the dead organisms will get converted to petroleum. I hope this is clear to all. Please reply in the chat box. Yes, all of the above is the correct answer for this. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Please read the question carefully. Which of the following are produced from coal tar? So name all the substances that can be produced from the coal tar. Option A is synthetic dyes. Option B is drugs. Option C is petrol. And option D is all of these. So find out the substance which is produced from coal tar. Please answer quickly. I hope you all have answered this. Let's check the correct option. All of these. So from the coal tar we can prepare synthetic dyes, drugs and perfumes. All these things can be prepared from coal tar. So the correct option is all of these. Now the next question is, fractional distillation is the process for separation of. We can use fractional distillation for separating which two things? Please answer. Option A, two miscible liquids. Option B, two immiscible liquids. Option C, both A and B, that is immiscible and miscible. And option D, none of these. So answer which two substances can be separated out using the process of fractional distillation. I hope this question is clear. Okay, so now we are going to check its correct answer. The correct answer for this question is two miscible liquids. Fractional distillation is the process through which we can separate out two miscible, that is two soluble liquids. Suppose we have mixed alcohol and water, so they both can be separated out using fractional distillation, in which the alcohol and water will get separated out in two different containers. Is it clear to all? Okay, so now the next question is, yes, the next question says, nowadays coal is majorly used as a source of, so the coal, for which purpose it is majorly used? We need to answer that. So option A is light, option B is heat, option C is electricity, and option D is steam. So we need to find out which one is the most appropriate use of the coal these days. Please answer within 30 seconds. Now we will check its correct option. As most of you have answered electricity, so electricity is the correct option for this. Nowadays coal is majorly used as a source of electricity. Coal is used in a thermal power plants where large amount of heat is produced, and that heat is converted into electric energy, which is further used as electricity or is supplied electricity for various purposes. So the coal majorly is used for electricity nowadays. Should we move to the next question now? Yes, coal also produces a lot of heat, so that heat is then ultimately used to produce electricity, Deepika. Okay, so now next question. This one is easy. LPG is obtained from, so we need to answer LPG, that is liquefied petroleum gas, from where it is obtained. First, lubricating oil. Second, kerosene. Third, petroleum. Or fourth, bitumen. So please answer from where the LPG is obtained. LPG is liquefied petroleum gas. So the source from which it is obtained is, Deepika, the heat coal so produced is then converted to produce electricity. So the coal majorly used for the production of electricity. In the thermal power plants as well, the heat so produced is then converted into electricity. I hope it's clear now. Okay, so now let's check the answer for this question. Yes, the answer for this question is petroleum, as LPG stands for liquefied petroleum gas. So LPG is majorly obtained from petroleum. Okay, so the next question. Yes. What is the full form of PCRA? We need to find what PCRA stands for. Petroleum Conservation Research Association, Petroleum Consumption Research Association, Petrol Consumption Research Association, or Petroleum Consumption Research Association. Please find the correct full form of PCRA out of the given four options. इस क्वेश्चन में ये पूछा है कि पीसीआरए की एग्जैक्ट फुल फॉर्म क्या होगी. सो 4 ऑप्शंस में से आपको फाइंड आउट करना है कि पीसीआरए में पी क्या होगा, सी, आर एंड ए. पीसीआरए की करेक्ट फुल फॉर्म फाइंड आउट करनी है इस क्वेश्चन में. प्लीज आंसर क्विकली. Okay, so now we are checking its correct answer. The correct full form of PCRA is P is petroleum, C is conservation, R is research and A is association. So PCRA stands for Petroleum Conservation Research Association. Yes, you can join again through the same link and enter the same code. Okay, so now the next question. Next question is, what is carbonization of coal in production of coal tar? So they are asking carbonization coal का क्या होता है? Option A is heating of coal in absence of air. Option B is heating of coal in excess of air. Option C is heating of coal while adding carbon. Option D is both B and C. So the carbonization of coal for the production of coal tar. तो actually में वो क्या होता है यही पूछ रहे हैं इस क्वेश्चन में. Please answer. Okay, so let's check the correct option. The correct option for this is heating of coal in absence of air. So when coal is burnt or heated in the absence of air, then the carbonization of coal occurs for the production of coal tar. I hope this is clear to all. Please reply in the chat box. Okay, so now the next question. Please read the question carefully. Which of the following is a characteristic or a feature of a coke? Coke is grayish black residue, blue residue, pale white residue or brown residue. So we need to find the most appropriate color of the coke from the given 4 options. Please let me know, is it clear to all? Okay, I hope you all have answered this question. Let's check the correct answer for this. The correct option for this is grayish black residue. The coke so obtained is grayish black in color, not in blue, pale white or brown. The coke is always in grayish black color. Or the residue so obtained will be in grayish black color. Let's go to the next question. This question says, in LPG cylinder, how is the gas liquefied? The gas so present in LPG cylinder, it's liquefied by which process? By increasing its volume, by applying the high pressure, by increasing temperature, or by reducing pressure. The LPG cylinder that we have in our homes, so the gas that converts into liquid by which process? Please choose the correct option. You can rejoin. Please choose the correct option out of the 4. Okay, so let's check its answer now. The correct answer for this question is by applying high pressure. So we know that gas is a one state of matter. It's get converted to the another state, that is liquid, by applying high pressure. So the liquefied petroleum gas LPG, that is also get converted into the liquid when we apply high pressure on it, not by increasing its volume or by increasing temperature. It can only gets converted to liquid. Like gas liquid में तभी change होगी जब हम gas के ऊपर higher pressure apply करेंगे. I hope this is clear to you all now. Yes, Vedansh, option B is correct. Okay, so the next question is, please read the question carefully. Which of the following gas is formed at the electrode connected to the negative terminal of the battery? So during the electrolysis we have two electrodes. Please find out the gas which will be evolved to the negative terminal. Option A, nitrogen. Option B, hydrogen. Option C, oxygen. And option D, carbon dioxide. Please find out the gas which will be evolved at the negative electrode or the negative terminal of the electrode. So this is of electrolysis question, in which gases are evolved at various terminals. So we need to find out the gas which is evolved at the negative terminal of the battery. Please answer quickly. Okay, let's check the correct option. Option B, that is hydrogen, H2 is the correct answer for this. Negative terminal, the electrode that is connected to the negative terminal is cathode. So the gas that evolved at the cathode is hydrogen. And the another electrode, that is anode. So the gas that evolved at the anode will be ultimately oxygen. So the option B, hydrogen, is the correct answer for this. Please let me know if you have any doubt. Neha, the correct option is option B, hydrogen. Okay, so now let's move to the next question. Please read this question. Tin cans are the tin electroplated on iron. These tin cans are used to preserve food items. So why not iron cans are used without tin coating? Option A, tin is less reactive than iron. Option B, tin is more reactive than iron. Option C, tin is cheaper than iron. And option D, tin is lighter than iron. So they are asking that iron is electroplated with tin. So what could be the most appropriate reason for this? The cans that we used, they are made up of tin. Why? What could be the most appropriate reason? Please answer. Why we are using tin cans and not iron cans? I hope you all have answered by now. Let's check the correct option for this. The correct option for this is option A, tin is less reactive than iron. So the tin is electroplated over iron so that iron will not come in contact with oxygen and moisture and its rusting can be prevented. So that's why tin is electroplated over iron, as tin is less reactive, so it will not react with oxygen and moisture much and the corrosion or rusting can be prevented. I hope this is clear. Please reply in the chat box. Okay, so the next. You are given 30 seconds for each question. Now the next question. This question says, in the experiment to test for conduction of electricity through potato, which of the following observation indicate that the potato is a conductor of electricity? तो ऐसा क्या ऑब्जर्व हुआ होगा इस एक्सपेरिमेंट में कि हमें पता लगा कि पोटैटो एक कंडक्टर है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का, लाइक इट अलाउ द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी टू पास थ्रू इट. ऑप्शन ए, greenish blue spot on potato around one wire. Option B, greenish blue spot on potato around both wires. Option C, blue color spot on potato around one wire. And option D, blue color spot on potato around both wires. So find out the correct observation which could be observed when a electricity is passed through potato. Like हमें क्या ऑब्जर्व हुआ होगा जब पोटैटो से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास की होगी? इस एक्सपेरिमेंट का हमें ऑब्जर्वेशन बताना है इसमें. प्लीज आंसर क्विकली. And let me know if you are not able to understand this question. Okay, so now let's check its correct option. The correct option for this question is greenish blue spot on potato around one wire. So when the electricity is passed through the potato, as it is a conductor of electricity, so we will observe the greenish blue color spot around one wire, which shows that the electricity is passed through it, and that color indicates the potato is a good conductor. I hope you get the reason now. Now the next question. Please let me know, is it visible to all? Next question says, why do jewelry makers electroplate gold on silver on metals? Like what could be the most appropriate reason of electroplating gold and silver on some other metals? First one is to protect it from corrosion. Option B, to protect spoilage of jewelry. Option C, to make it shine. And option D, to reduce cost. So please choose the correct option for this. Please answer quickly. Like why there is a need to electroplate gold and silver over the metals? Let's check its answer now. The correct option for this is to reduce the cost. So the jewelry makers usually electroplate gold and silver on metals so that they will have a shiny or a lustrous appearance like gold or silver, but are of very less rate or less cost, so that we can easily buy, but they are not completely made of gold and silver. Metals, say suppose aluminium, is electroplated with the help of gold and silver. So the gold and silver will provide that shine or luster on that metal, but they are not actually made up of gold and silver completely. So the correct option for this question is to reduce cost. And for obtaining the shine and the luster, usually gold and silver provide. I hope this reason is clear to all. Please reply in the chat box. No, Deepika, it is not the multiple choice question. You need to answer the most appropriate one. Okay, so I think it is clear to all. Now the next question is, please read the question carefully. Here they have given X is a good conductor of electricity. Which of the following could be X? So they ये कह रहे हैं कि X एक good conductor है electricity का, तो X क्या होना चाहिए? Out of the four given options, A, solid sodium chloride, B, vinegar, C, distilled water, or D, liquid oxygen. इनमें से किस में से जब हम दो वायर्स को कनेक्ट करेंगे तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का पैसेज होगा? प्लीज आंसर दैट. आउट ऑफ सॉलिड NaCl, vinegar, distilled water and liquid oxygen. Please answer quickly. Let's check its correct option. So the correct option for this question is vinegar. Vinegar is acid, and we all know that electricity is possible due to the presence of ions. So these acids and bases, they dissociate to produce ions, and these ions, that is positively or negatively charged particles, are responsible for the conduction of electricity. So here the correct option is vinegar, not solid sodium chloride, because conduction is not possible in solid states. There should be a liquid and it should have ions for the conduction. So the correct option for this question is vinegar, not solid sodium chloride and distilled water. Distilled water is always free of ions, so it can't be the correct option anyway. I hope the reason is clear to all. Now the next question. The next question is, during the electrolysis of copper sulfate, that is CuSO4 solution, sulfate, that is SO4 2 minus ions, will move towards option A, battery, option B, anode, option C, cathode, or option D, bottom. So when copper sulfate will dissociate, sulfate के ions किस तरफ move होंगे, इसमें हमें वो आंसर करना है. प्लीज जल्दी से आंसर करो. Now let's check the correct option. As most of you have answered anode, so anode is the correct option, because copper sulfate will dissociate into copper 2 plus ions and sulfate 2 minus ions. So we know that CuSO4 on dissociating will produce Cu2 plus and SO4 2 minus ions. These negatively charged ions will move towards positive terminal, and the positive electrode, as we know, is anode. So sulfate ions will move towards anode because opposite charges attract. So sulfate ions carries the negative charge and they will move toward the positive electrode, that is anode. And we have remembered it through the trick that can, where cathode stands, C stands for cathode and N is negative. So we can use here that as well, that sulfate is negatively charged, will move toward the positive electrode, that is anode. Is it clear? Please reply. Yes, the correct option is B. Now, the next question. Read the question. This is easy one. The materials that have high resistance are called option A, good conductors, option B, superconductors, option C, bad conductors, and option D, filament. So the materials which have high resistance means जिनमें resistance बहुत ज़्यादा होगी, उन्हें हम क्या बोलते हैं? Out of these given 4 options, please answer. Let's check its correct option now. The correct option for this question is bad conductors. We know that we have classified materials into 2 categories. The first one is conductors and the second one is insulators. So the conductors are the materials which allow electricity to pass through them and have very less resistance. Whereas insulators are the substances which does not allow electricity to pass or very easily pass नहीं हो पाती electricity. So they will have high resistance. So the high resistance substances will be called as insulators or the bad conductors. So यही पूछा था यहाँ पे, the materials that have high resistance they are called bad conductors. Please let me know, is it clear to you? Yes, the correct option is bad conductors. Now the next question. Okay. So this question is, when an electric current is passed through a conducting solution, there is a change in the color of the solution. So what could be the most appropriate reason for this? The chemical effect of current, the heating effect of current, the magnetic effect of current, or the lightning effect of current. So they are asking that when electricity is passed through the solution, the color of a solution changes. तो वो किस इफेक्ट की वजह से मेजरली कलर चेंज आया होगा? कि या तो कोई केमिकल इफेक्ट या कोई केमिकल रिएक्शंस हुए होंगे, हीटिंग इफेक्ट कि कुछ हीट अप हुआ होगा और टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज हुआ होगा, मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट मैग्नेटिक फील्ड प्रोड्यूस्ड हुई होगी, और द लाइटनिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ करंट. तो कलर चेंज का मोस्ट अप्रोप्रिएट और मोस्ट सूटेबल रीजन इनमें से कौन सा होगा? प्लीज सेलेक्ट करो. You can ask your doubts in the chat box. Let's see its answer now. Yes, most of you have answered the correct option. The color change is basically due to the chemical effect. So we have also studied that the color change is majorly due to chemical effect, and the glowing of bulb is mainly due to the heating effect. So the color change that is occurring in the solution, suppose we have taken this container and here we have one solution which is yellow in color. After some time we have observed that the color of the solution is now पिंक और रेड इन कलर. तो ये इसका कलर चेंज किस इफेक्ट की वजह से हुआ होगा कि पहले वी हैव स्टार्टेड विद येलो कलर एंड नाउ द कलर ऑफ द सॉल्यूशन इज चेंजिंग इनटू रेड. सो जब हमें ऐसे कलर चेंजेस के इफेक्ट विजिबल होते हैं, इट इज मेनली ड्यू टू मेनी केमिकल रिएक्शंस. सो द करेक्ट ऑप्शन हियर इज केमिकल इफेक्ट ऑफ करंट, दैट इज ऑप्शन ए. Please let me know, is it the reason clear to you? Yes, the correct option is A. Now the next question. Okay, so this is a short question. Which one of the following is an insulator of electricity? We have talked about insulator earlier as well. So the first option is copper, second is iron, third is mercury, and fourth is air. So out of all these options, find which one is an insulator or not a conductor. Like which substance will not allow the electricity to pass through it? Please answer. Okay, so now I'm checking its correct option. The correct option for this question is air. First option is copper, that is Cu. Second is iron, that is Fe. and then mercury. So all these are the substances, they allow the electricity to pass through it, whereas the air is a gaseous mixture, so there is no ions or charged particles in it for the conduction to happen. So it is a gaseous mixture and it will not allow the electricity to pass through it as no ions are there. So here air is an insulator. I hope it's clear. So the correct option for this question is air. Now the last question. Please read the question carefully. Okay. It says, which of the following is incorrect? Out of the 4 given statements, please find the incorrect statement. The option 1 is, anode is an electrode connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Option B, pure water is a poor conductor of electricity. Option C, electrolysis is used in the refining of impure metals. And option D, ions have only positive charge. So the out of the given 4 options, please find the statement which is not correct. कि इनमें से ऐसी कौन सी स्टेटमेंट है जो करेक्ट नहीं होगी? प्लीज फाइंड दैट वन. एंड अगर किसी को क्वेश्चन क्लियर नहीं है तो प्लीज चैट बॉक्स में पूछ लीजिए. Let's check its answer now. The correct option for this is option D, ions have only a positive charge. This is not the correct statement. We know that ions are majorly of 2 types. Positively charged, positive ions, and negative ions. We call these positive ions as cations and these negative ions as anions. This can be explained more like if we will take NaCl, that is sodium chloride. So it will break into 2 ions. First one is Na plus and the second one will be Cl minus. So from here we can see that ions are of 2 types. First is positive and second is negative. So we can't say that ions are only positively charged. Ions can be positively or negatively charged. This can be seen from NaCl. When NaCl will break down, it will give sodium ion which will carry a positive charge. So positive ion which is called as cation and the negative ion which is called as anion. So chlorine Cl minus will be called as chloride. So here we will have 2 ions, positively charged and negatively charged. So we can't say that ions only have a positive charge. The questions. So the first, the leaderboard is visible to your screen now. So we have our winners. The first one is Priyansh Jain. The second winner is Aradhya. The third winner is Tanvi Agarwal. The fourth one is Vedansh. At 5th position we have Sarvocha. And at 6th Ranvijay. 7th is Rishabh. So I hope you all have enjoyed this quiz. Thanks for joining. Thank you.